All right, I gotta tell you, this time of year, it's what I like to call the desert season of the NFL. We're all just wandering around looking for water, and by water, I mean actual news. But instead, what do we get? Boasts, drama, and the occasional spicy rumor. Welcome to the weird stretch of the off-season where anything remotely interesting becomes headline-worthy. And right on cue, guess who's the target of the week? None other than Micah Parsons. But not for skipping OTAs, not for some holdout talk, and definitely not for anything on the field. Nope. This time, it's his hair. That's right, his hair. You might have seen it floating around online, a video of a few guys roasting Micah's hairline saying he's rocking the George Jefferson special. You know the look, tight on the sides, parties over up top. And I'll be honest, even I chuckled a little when I saw it. The comparisons were brutal, but kinda creative. That's the internet for you. No mercy, especially in June. Now Mark, Holmes? Oh, he had a classic reaction. You could tell he was trying not to laugh, but also kinda ticked off. It was that perfect blend of "this is funny" and "y'all need to chill." And honestly, he had a point. Think about it. These dudes wear a helmet almost every day for 6 months straight. That thing rubs, presses, sweats. Of course, it's gonna mess with your hairline. That's the price of greatness, my friend. Let me ask you this. Do you think folks went too far with the jokes about Micah's, look? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I want to hear from you. But here's the thing. While everyone's busy clowning Micah over some hairline banter, it kind of distracts from what really matters. And maybe that's the whole point. When there's no real football talk, folks start nitpicking anything just to fill the silence. Let's dive a little deeper into that next. So, Mark Holmes was just on Dan Cleo's podcast the other day, and if you missed it, you might want to go check it out. Classic Mark. He brought the fire, but also some real perspective. They talked about this strange phenomenon we see every off-season. When the NFL news dries up, guess who always ends up back in the headlines? The Dallas Cowboys. It's like clockwork, man. No matter what else is going on or not going on, the Cowboys somehow become the story. And it's not even new stuff. The media just starts recycling old narratives, giving them a new spin and tossing them back out there like they're breaking news. Mark joked about it during the podcast. He said people are already calling for Brian Schottenheimer to get the boot, and the season hasn't even started yet. Seriously. 1 year in the system, 0 games played as the full OC with real control, and folks are already writing his obituary. It's wild. And it's not like we haven't seen this before. Remember when people were calling for McCarthy's head in his first season? Or how Jason Garrett somehow held on for a decade while constantly under fire? Or even back in the day with Dave Campo. Man, the press treated that guy like a walking punchline. It's like once you wear the star, you better be ready for the spotlight. And not always the flattering kind. It's what I call the clickbait syndrome. Just throw Cowboys in the headline and boom, instant traffic. Doesn't matter if the story holds water or not. As long as there's a star, there's a story. Let me ask you something. Do you think the media goes too hard on the Cowboys? Or maybe, just maybe, are we fans part of the reason they stay in the spotlight? Let me know down below. I want to see where you stand on that one. But hey, not everything swirling around this team is all drama and speculation. Some of these guys are making serious moves off the field, and it's time we talk about that. Let's talk about that Tyler Booker clip that's been making the rounds recently. At first glance, it looked like he was being aggressive with a kid, right? I mean, that's what a lot of people thought when they saw just the snippet floating around on social media. But here's where the story gets a lot more interesting. Mark Holmes jumped in to give us some much-needed context. He shared the full video, and honestly, it changes everything. The whole scene? Totally different vibe. Big shout out to Ty Digital for posting the complete footage. It's exactly what we needed to see to get the real picture. So, what's really going on? Tyler Booker was at a camp with a bunch of kids. The kid who caught everyone's attention wasn't just any kid. He was the standout of the day. Booker wasn't being harsh or aggressive at all. He was pushing the boy to challenge himself, but with constant encouragement and support. The way he kept motivating the kid, pushing him to try harder, was actually inspiring. That clip turned from a source of criticism into a perfect example of how pro athletes can be powerful role models. It's all about lifting others up and pushing them to be their best, even when it looks tough from the outside. So here's a question for you. Do you think videos taken out of context damage athletes more than they should? Ever been fooled by fake news or misleading clips yourself? Drop your experience in the comments. I'd love to hear your take on this because it's a huge issue in today's social media world. And speaking of impact, that's just the start. When players like Booker show that kind of heart and dedication off the field, it reminds us why many fans look up to them. Not just for what they do in games, but for the positive example they set in real life. Mark Holmes often reflects on how his connection to the NFL goes way beyond just the game, especially through his work with United Way and the NFL Players Association. These experiences have shown him the real impact players can have off the field, and it's nothing short of inspiring. He recalls some powerful stories of players visiting homes of at-risk youth, especially those facing challenges like dropping out of school. These visits aren't just photo ops. They're genuine moments where athletes step into the lives of these kids, offering encouragement and hope. It's a reminder that being a professional athlete carries a responsibility far beyond touchdowns and tackles. Take Calais Campbell, for example. He's become a mentor to teenagers who need guidance, turning into a role model not just on the field but off it as well. His influence extends into the community, inspiring young people to make better choices and believe in themselves. Campbell shows us that an athlete's voice can carry tremendous weight. It's a kind of power that can change lives, and it's about so much more than just stats and game highlights. Tyler Booker fits right into this legacy. His actions at that camp are a perfect example of a player living up to this kind of role model status. He's using his platform to make a real difference, showing fans and young athletes alike that leadership means more than just winning. It's about lifting others up. Now, I want to hear from you. In your opinion, which Cowboys player inspires you the most, both on and off the field? Drop your answer in the comments. Let's celebrate those who make a difference beyond the game. Because when you look at all the noise, whether it's silly criticisms or viral memes, the real story that matters is the one about players making a positive impact in their communities. That's the narrative we should be paying attention to. Mark Holmes wraps things up by highlighting a clear contrast between two very different moments we saw today. On one side, there's the empty teasing aimed at Micah Parsons, stuff that's all noise and no substance. On the other, there's Tyler Booker's positive example, showing what real leadership and influence look like beyond the game. It's a powerful reminder that, as fans, we have a choice in what kind of content we support and share. We can either fuel the cycle of meaningless jokes and distractions, or we can uplift stories that truly matter, those that inspire and build up our community. Mark encourages everyone watching to be more mindful about what we spread online. Share what builds up, not just what goes viral, he says. Because at the end of the day, the narratives we promote shape how the world sees our team, our players, and even ourselves as fans. He finishes with a big thank you to all the subscribers and viewers who stay engaged, reminding them that being part of this community means more than just watching. It means participating in the conversation and helping raise the level of discussion around the Cowboys. And before signing off, Mark asks the fans one last time to reflect. Which moment from today's video stuck with you the most? Let me know down in the comments. Because that's what makes this channel special. A place where we don't just follow the news, but think about what really matters for the team and for us as fans. Thanks for watching, and remember, the story of the Cowboys isn't just written on the field. It's shaped by us, the fans, every single day.